What's up, guys? Welcome back to Not So Hollywood. I'm Laci.
And I'm Jess.
And we're here for another episode. And to be honest, today's episode is pretty fucking sad.
We should have.
I need my phone for this one.
So, yes.
Okay,
this topic is important, so we're going to fucking talk about it.
I wanna start with some statistics here.
Yeet.
Before we start giving opinions, we need to give facts. Okay.
We're talking about vaping. Vaping. For those who don't know what vaping is, a lot of us do. It comes in many forms. It comes in Juuls. Juuls have been the most famous one. It comes in mods, pods. Actually, I even have a demonstration of what it is. Because
we went to a convention.
Yes.
You guys watched our other episode we talked about ECC. Yeah. We got a lot of free shit that we are not at all smoking. So, hang on. I'm going to pull up the statistic while she shows you what we got.
So, this is a mod. This is one of the most typical ways of smoking what's inside of it, called juice. Juice has nicotine. And let's see, it says, warning. This product can expose you to chemicals, including nicotine, which is known to the state of California to cause birth defects and other reproductive harm. For more information, go to blah, 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 blah. It's got vegetable glycerin, something glycol, natural something. Chemicals and nicotine.
Cool.
So.
Okay. So before we kind of get into our opinions of this and kind of talk about, because it's been really, really heavy in the news lately, vaping.
Yeah.
Really heavy. And I have friends who work in that industry and talking about how that's been really negative and affecting the stores and stuff. It's been everywhere. I mean, if you're if you're on social media, you see it. It's been everywhere. So let's start with this. So out of all middle school students in America, 20% of middle school students are using a Juul. 20%. That's 1 in 5 people in all middle schools in America are juuling. That's a lot. 4% of middle school students are using e-cigarettes and 2% are smoking tobacco cigarettes. Okay? These are really high statistics compared to way back when, especially now that, vaping has gotten really big. Okay.
So you're saying 20% of middle schools?
20% of middle schools.
And then in high school?
High school, 25% are juuling. 12% are using e-cigarettes, and 8% are smoking cigarettes. So it's just getting higher and higher. 30. I'm just going to give you guys some kind of scary statistics, and just not even scary, just fucking real. 30% of teens begin smoking tobacco within 6 months of vaping e-cigarettes. 30% of people who are smoking Juuls, e-cigarettes, whatever, are smoking cigarettes 6 months after. The actual Juul products went up 600% in sales in 2017.
Holy shit.
600. They doubled by 6. It's crazy. Okay. Now, for those who don't know what this does to your body. Okay. E-liquids lead to nicotine addiction, gateway to other addictive substances.
Crack.
A lot crack. They depress your immune system. They literally can cause your immune system to stop working. They prevent lungs from detoxing. That's very, very scary. You need your lungs. And the increase risk of frequent infections because your immune system kind of stops working, so you get way more sick and things like that. Okay. Now, here's another very scary reality. One mini pod is equal to a pack of cigarettes. 1 pack of cigarettes. Okay.
And a lot of people say that vaping is safer, but
it's not.
It's
worse.
Vaping is been a new thing in the last 5-6 years or so. It's been developed since, maybe like 10 years ago, but it was really brand new back then. It's been really taking off the last 5 years. And here's the thing. There has been up to 8 deaths this year because of vaping related illnesses. Just actually 2 hours ago, somebody put something on. Where is this? Let's see. Oh, it's on the Los Angeles Times. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 8th death as of 20 hours ago. The 8th person has died because of vaping, and they did scans of these people's lungs, and it looks like solidified bacon grease inside of their lungs made from the oil, caused by the oil from these juices. And I don't know how that happens, because it's such a new product, so we don't have a lot of research. All we know is because after these 5 to 10 years of this product being developed, we're seeing a lot of young adults and older people and teenagers dying and getting really sick from this shit. So
yes. And I also saw something the other day. Kaylani actually posted on her story on Instagram. Yeah, she showed this article from these doctors who were looking. They were basically like examining lungs of these people that were in the hospital. So there's been 8 deaths, but there's hundreds and hundreds, even thousands of people in hospitals. Mm-hmm. They're still alive, but they're in the hospital not functioning because of vaping. So they're examining their lungs and trying to see what's going on. There is an 18-year-old boy. He smokes 2 pods a day, which is 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
Is that one?
There's so many that it could be. But basically, their diagnosis of his lungs at 18 years old, he had the equivalent of an 80-year-old's lung in health. Yes.
Well, it's like, you think about
80.
It's like you're literally electrocuting your lungs. This is an electric.
Yeah, it literally says this is a website for parents about vaping, which all parents I would 100% suggest looking into. Mm-hmm. Also because, as parents, you guys in your generation are used to seeing cigarettes. So you know what cigarettes look like, but vaping, it looks like a USB drive. It doesn't look.
It looks like fucking like this.
That looks like a USB drive.
Looks like a USB drive.
It looks like a lipstick, or
looks like a square thing. It looks like these random,
little
power
things.
Banks. You know?
Yeah. So here's actually what teens are inhaling when smoking vaping. When they're vaping. Nicotine. Some have tobacco in them, but it's mostly nicotine. Some do.
Oh, interesting.
You can get some with tobacco.
Oh.
Mostly nicotine. Propylene glycol and glycerin. I don't know exactly what those are, but I know those are really bad chemicals. And the other third main ingredient in all of them is heavy metals.
Really?
Heavy metals. Nickel, tin, lead, etc. Fucking lead. Heavy metals. That is why it's frying the fuck out of your lungs, is because there are literal metals. Like, you are inhaling metal. It's crazy.
So bad.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I've been seeing this too, because this has been really heavy in the news, and it's kind of been a really sensitive subject, and people are saying, the people who are vaping have been saying things like, 6 people die and they're going to ban vaping, but, hundreds of people die and they haven't banned guns.
Yeah.
Or they're saying, 6 people, so now it's 8 people, have died from vaping, and think about the hundreds of thousands of people who have died from cigarettes. Cigarettes are still allowed.
But here's the thing. It's like, these vape machines have only been around for 5 years. It's like, okay, a cigarette has fire.
Average company in vaping has been around for 2 years.
Really?
The average company.
And see, here's the thing. Like, maybe it has something to do with electricity. It's accelerating the rapid health decrease in your lungs because of that. I mean, that amount, because like electricity being pumped into your body in weird ways is not natural. And metals, fucking metals, like that's not natural. And yeah, cigarettes aren't natural either because they add all this shit in it, like chemicals, rat poison, and regulate it because the government loves fucking taxes and creating the, whatever. But like,
that's another subject.
That's a whole nother subject. We can talk about cigarettes and how terrible they are too. But the thing is, it's like these people are at like 50 to 80 when they get sick from cigarettes. The lifespan of these people who just started smoking vapes, vapes haven't been out that long. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like when you're smoking a cigarette, I don't smoke cigarettes, but I have smoked. I've maybe total my entire life smoked a pack of cigarettes in total. Just because, we've all tried shit, whatever. I don't like cigarettes. They're not. I personally, I've been an advocate for marijuana for a long time, and I believe in. Seriously.
I know you do.
Because I do believe in. First of all, weed has always been a good thing for me personally. It's not good for everybody.
Yeah, everybody's different, guys.
Yeah, everyone's different. I don't ever encourage or discourage that specifically because it's all depending on the person. And obviously, if you're of age, you shouldn't be a 12-year-old smoking weed.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. And the actual act of smoking really isn't that good. But weed specifically is natural. If you are smoking the flower, the vape weed is not natural.
Not good.
Not natural.
Ooh, this is a good topic. And I know a lot about this because I actually talked to a chemist who I know this is fucking crazy, from the UK, because the UK apparently is more concerned about it because here's the thing. Everything's legal now. The marijuana industry is legal and it's medically legal. It's
in California, it's recreational.
It's recreational, and the government is now able to tax it. So marijuana has become the new tobacco industry, helping rise the economy here, which means what happened to tobacco? They added all kinds of chemicals. They added all kinds of shit in it, and it's terrible for you. These little vape oil, guys, this is for the young kids because we should look how often like people use those weed pens, because on average
weed pens are actually, I was watching something on the news about this yesterday. I never watch the news. I don't really believe in it, but my dad had it on, so I was watching a little bit of it last night. Weed pens, or THC pens, are more used than vaping.
See, and because it doesn't smell as bad, people can keep it more of a secret. It's more convenient. But check this fucking out, guys. My friend who's from the UK, I'm going to not name her, but she's a scientist, a fucking chemist who works in an industry studying this specific thing.
Yeah.
She said that on average, now don't quote me on this, but I think it's this. On average, natural marijuana product will increase schizophrenic and mental issues within a person by, I think it's like 0.01% or 0.02%, like very little. But because ever since this regulation for marijuana products, these vape pens, because it's hash oil, they add all these chemicals in it. And by the way, when you're reading the ingredients, always read the ingredients. Same with food. We need to have an episode about food and nutrition. Yes.
That's our next episode next week. Nutrition. We need to have a nutritionist on the show.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking amazing.
I totally know a nutritionist.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Is it a woman?
No. Well, I know.
Would be interesting to hear what the difference between women and male bodies.
Okay.
With nutrition.
Yeah.
We'll think about it. Anyways, same with food, right? Always fucking read the ingredients. Always read what is in whatever the fuck you are intaking into your body. Always. And by the way, when you're reading the ingredients, these are called terpenes. The chemicals in the weed pens are called terpenes. There is actually one of my best friends. She works at a dispensary. That's her job. And she's learned a whole bunch about these weed pens because she works there and she sells actual flower weed, but also the oils and things like that. There's a huge company blowing up right now called Stizzy. Super bad. We are saying no to Stizzy. Fuck you, Stizzy. You're putting all these chemicals into kids' bodies and they're smoking them every day. Super bad. It's not pure THC. There's tons of terpenes within these. Okay. But there is a company called Raw Garden. Raw Garden has 0 terpenes in it. It's pure oil extracted from the weed flower. So make sure when you're getting these weed pens, if that's what you prefer,
that it's raw. Organic.
Pure weed.
Pure.
Yes.
Because, get this, I'm going to revert back.
Yes. Sorry. I just
No. That's the key. Like, okay, I don't want to give up my weed pen. You don't have to give it up. You just got to make sure that, it might cost a little bit more.
Yeah, because Stizzies are very cheap.
They're very cheap.
Raw Garden's not.
Get this, guys. Literally, these hash oil weed pens, even the other ones too, they increase your chances of getting schizophrenia within a 5-year period by 10%.
It's a lot.
Which is pretty ironic because that's around the amount of taxes that they add to everything. And what's really interesting is this next generation, the generation of our kids who are like in their 18s or 16, 17, whatever, they're smoking these weed pens. We're in this fucking victimhood chic mindset. All these kids are like, I have depression and anxiety, and some of these kids feel like they're going fucking crazy. Do you know why? Because these things that they're smoking have all these chemicals, whether it be a Juul, whether it be a weed pen. The regulation here in the US is fucking bullshit, because in Sweden, check this out, there's over, I fucking forgot how many, it's like 13,000 thousands of chemicals are illegal to put in anything. Do you know how many chemicals are illegal to put in foods and other things, products here in the US? 17. That's just 17 fucking chemicals. Even the UK is cleaner. So yeah, our fucking kids are getting insane.
Let me say this, even in things like the beauty products, when I was in Europe, I've spent a good amount of time in Europe, and I believe okay, so I went with my boyfriend and we visited his manager, who's also his best friend, and his best friend's wife. So me and her, like, they went and did stuff, and me and her went to like the Sephora, and like we were just checking out beauty products. I did not recognize any of the name brands in the Sephora. And a couple, there was a couple, like there was a couple.
Rimmel or something.
Yeah, stuff like that. They're a couple. Lancome and things like that.
Yeah, Lancome's good.
And but so many, I was like, what is this company? We went to drugstores too, like CVS, and checking things out. I didn't recognize shit. And I was like trying to figure out, because I couldn't read it, it's in German, and I'm trying to figure out what to get, because I need like a lip liner or something. She ends up telling me, because I was talking to her about it, and she's like, it's crazy. She's like, out of all the beauty products, and I found this out from my boyfriend's mom too, who's in the beauty industry, that out of, we have in the beauty industry, we only ban 11 chemicals in the beauty industry.
It's terrible.
In Europe, 11,000 chemicals are banned. So all of the main products we're using on our fucking face and our skin and our body, just everywhere, our hair, our feet, our freaking genitals, everything. Literally, we are putting poisons and chemicals on our fucking bodies. It's like,
and this shit is not a joke. It's not like, oh, you get itchy. This shit causes fucking blindness, fucking breast cancer. It said, actually, there was a thing on Netflix that I watched the other day about the chemicals and shit. It says, on average, women consume over 600 more chemicals than men because of makeup products and cleaning products as well. This shit literally kills you. Like,
remember when all that stuff went down about the weed killer? What's it called? You know what I'm talking
Easy
about?
Grow or something, or it's like
no. It's weed killer. Tons of fucking people got lymphoma.
What the fuck?
Cancer. Yeah, there was a class action lawsuit. Weed killer.
Shit is ridiculous.
What's it called? Hang on, I'm gonna tell you the company.
So weed killer put like cancer or something.
I mean, it's, and then you see the commercials all the time. Did you use this in your lawn and you have lymphoma now? I see the.
That's awful.
I see it. What's it called? What the frick is it called? Roundup. Have
fuck you, Roundup.
Fuck you. Seriously. All these people, all these men who go out and fucking spray weed killer in their lawn. Women do too, but I'm saying normally. Mostly men. Do the lawn work and stuff. Tons of these people that worked at these companies, even that they do landscaping, got lymphoma. It's fucking cancer. It's crazy. And it breaks my heart because as human beings, we think we can put trust into our fucking government. We think when we go to a store, oh, this was FDA approved. Oh, this is approved. Oh, girl, I don't even want to talk about the amount of chemicals in fucking baby products. The amount of chemicals that children are intaking is unreal. My sister, me and her had a huge conversation because I started reading
all the shit that was in the baby products.
Oh my God. I started reading it because, I don't have kids. I'm not interested in having kids, at least right now. And I'm like, well, let's see what this is about. Because they use formula because she stopped breastfeeding, And so I'm like, let's read this formula. Let's just read it. First of all, if in baby formula, if the ingredients are this fucking long, red flag. If you can't pronounce the ingredients, red flag. I mean, it was just disgusting. And also, something that pregnant women should know, never use red lipstick. Never. Because red lipstick, in order to produce that color, they have to use lead. And it's a very tiny amount of lead that the normal woman can use. But when you're pregnant, you're very sensitive to lead. And it can literally give your baby lead poisoning. Red fucking lipstick.
You know what, guys?
And we're not even being dramatic.
Here's the thing. People who are watching this are probably wondering, well, why? Like, why is the government not regulating things? Why do they, allow these things to happen? Even in baby formula, they're starting from the very beginning of a human's life. Right. Because they want us to be sick. Because you know what the biggest company is? The pharmaceutical fucking company.
And the medical industry.
The fucking medical industry. Fucking what is the children's hospital? Or the heart cancer associate. There's like a heart diabetic cancer association. Those fucking people literally endorse fucking products that cause you diabetes, that cause you cancer, that cause heart attacks. Literally, are the U.S. specifically, I don't know about any other country, we're literally, these high, dark people are thriving off the sicknesses of others because the pharmaceutical company is the biggest company.
And can I just say this? Someone pointed this out to me a couple years ago, and it fucking changed my life. The FDA, what does that stand for? The Food and Drug Administration. They are in your face about it. They're like, hey, we're fucking up your food and we're fucking up your drugs. We're fucking everything up so you can pay us. Because here's the reality, guys. There's 8 billion people on this planet. 8 billion. Was 7 billion, now it's 8 because people just keep having fucking babies.
Shit's population control.
Population control, yo. Population control. They don't have
economic control.
They think, you know what? If you aren't smart, not saying you're dumb, but this is what they think. If you're not smart enough to look at the ingredients and you're not smart enough to know what's going in your body, you don't need to be here anyways. We'll just take your money and you can go.
And here's the thing, it infiltrates lower class humans because in the ghettos of New York or even here, they're putting thousands of fucking McDonald's, KFCs. They're fucking barely any. There's no Trader Joe's in fucking the middle.
There's no Whole Foods.
Yeah, none of that. Did you notice that? In the richer areas, there's a lot more healthy options. And
even in restaurants, there's dairy-free. And where we're at, there's dairy-free, gluten-free. Mm-hmm. There's vegan options. There's options for every type of
we're so lucky because, guys, literally, we're in California. We have Whole Foods and Trader Joe's everywhere, and that's just like LA. Like when I was in Hollister, there's no Trader Joe's there. Like literally, when I went back
in the South.
In the South,
there's fucking nothing. There's McDonald's and KFC, and that's it.
A fucking Safeway, but the half of the shit in fucking Safeway is terrible. It's
terrible,
awful.
And who owns all of this?
I don't know.
Monsanto's, aka the fucking devil. This is the Antichrist. Like, this is the real life fucking devil.
Tell the audience who Monsanto's is.
Monsanto's owns every fucking food product you have in your fucking pantry or fridge. They own all the farms. They own all the produce. They own everything. That little M that you see in all your food, even in simple things as your Heinz ketchup, there's a little M. Monsanto's owns Heinz. Look up on Google all the companies that Monsanto's owns. It's probably everything that you have in your kitchen.
Monsantos. Monsatan. Monsatan. Monsantos. Fuck you. Okay?
For real. And honestly, like, you know, we're both from Texas.
Yeah.
And I grew up with the typical, like, I mean, I'm Italian, but my family is Southern in the way of, like, you know, food and like whatever. We eat a lot of soul food. We eat a lot of this stuff. Good food, good tasting. And, you know, I come from that area where it's like, what are you like them healthy, like them freaking weirdos that eat your salad. Tree huggers. Like, I used to say that too. I was in that mindset of thinking that this stuff was really ridiculous. And actually, face to face, seeing the ingredients in the foods I've been eating for years, I had a moment a few years ago that completely shook me up, scared the shit out of me, because I was like, I had this moment. I mean, I totally remember this day. I did not sleep. I didn't sleep that night. I freaked out. I was like, oh my God. And how have I been eating this? How is my whole family eating this? No wonder we're having all these issues
that they're like can't explain, and it's like
there's so many. Oh,
let's just go to the doctor and here, take these pills.
Take these pills.
You.
No,
they'll fucking fix you, guys. Like, the reason why you're depressed, the reason why you're anxious, the reason why you're sad, the reason why you're uncomfortable, constipated, just irritated, getting headaches, migraines, inflammatory diseases, immune diseases like fucking lupus or arthritis is not because, I mean, like, a lot of things are genetic, but
not that shit. What's genetic is your hair color, not your fucking issues. Sorry, it's not. It's really not.
It just means you're more susceptible to getting, like, diabetes.
Like, for instance, okay, let's say me and Jesaiah have the exact same chemical food, okay? Mm-hmm. We have the exact same chemical food. Well, my genes react to that chemical with acne, let's say. Her genes react to that chemical with weight gain. Okay, so you see, it affects us differently because of our gene, but it still is affecting us because of that chemical. We wouldn't be affected by shit if we didn't have that chemical.
Like, if she, like, say we ate fucking Lay's, because Lay's is, like, one of the worst potatoes. They're not potatoes. They're not even potatoes. They have fucking warning signs on those chip bags in other countries that allow it to be sold, but it literally has a fucking warning sign, may cause fucking cancer. Literally.
Cancer is also made up, by the way.
Everyone gets cancer
from all those foods.
But cancer is it's just ridiculous. Like, literally, say me and her eat bags of Lay's for our whole life. She gets breast cancer, I get diabetes, because her, like she was saying about the acne, like, her genetics are they get breast cancer from these that's their reaction.
Right.
My family's got diabetes. That's the genetic thing. So I'm gonna get I'll get diabetes because it's my body's reaction to these chemicals. But it's all the same shit, guys. What the fuck are we gonna do about this? Because it's so infuriating.
It is. And here's the thing too, with the people in the world who are the no sugar types, right? We promote no sugar, especially for diabetics. You know, my father has diabetes, and that just happened recently, which was a very, very, very fucking scary situation. She was there with me the whole time. I was a manic piece of shit. I was just fucking out of it.
You weren't a piece of shit.
But just not myself. Yeah. Very freaking out. And I don't panic, but it's very scary to see your dad in a hospital. You know, it's just, it's very scary. Knowing when a doctor tells you that they're, you know, very close to dying, it's very scary.
Of course.
And so, you know, for instance, the no sugar people, okay? Sugar is good for you. Let's start with that. Sugar is good for you. Glucose is good for you, right? The sugar we get in fruit, the natural sugar.
Honey.
Really good. Honey.
Raw honey.
Raw honey. Raw maple syrup. Maple syrup.
Because they fucking
from the
add
trees.
Shit into honey and maple syrup.
Pure maple syrup is very expensive. Pure honey is way more expensive. The cheap Aunt Jemima shit, no. Monsanto's owns Aunt Jemima, by the way. Once again, we just call this episode "Fuck You."
Fuck Monsanto's.
Fuck Monsanto's.
Send it to him.
Yeah,
or her, whoever.
And this all started with vaping, but it's turning into food because dude, this shit's all connected. It's all connected.
This fucking paint on this wall. This fucking wall is causing us to die. It's vaping. It's fucking food. Everybody's depressed and having mental disorders, and it's not all in your head. It's the fucking shit that's around us. What we're consuming. What the fuck this is made of. Like this shit is not a joke. It's everything.
It is, and it's really scary. It's really scary. But I want to say something really quick about the sugar. Sugar is really good for you, okay? Here is the problem. There is man-made sugar. Natural sugar, glucose. Glucose is really good for you. Our body needs glucose in order to digest our food. Literally, glucose is necessary for our fucking existence. We need it. We need these nutrients. That's why we need to have an episode about bulimia. That's why or even anorexia, not getting the proper nutritional value is fucking deathly. Because it needs it in order to fucking properly work, okay? You need gas for your car. You need these nutrients for your body to work, okay? Different topic. But sugar, okay? Sugar that is in food and all these fucking drinks, all these freaking Red Bulls, cereals. If you're eating cereal, every cereal has sugar in it. I've never seen one, even in Trader Joe's, even in the healthy. They all have sugar in them, okay? The problem is the man-made sugar, not glucose, not in apples, bananas, whatever. It's the man-made sugar that is killing people. Killing. They took this fucking glucose shit, put chemicals in it, and called it sugar. That is what's actually killing us, is the chemicals. So let's get it right. Let's get the actual reasoning right. It's not sugar, it's chemicals. Chemicals are killing us. We're putting them in our bodies, putting them on our skin. We're putting them inside ourselves.
Can I just say, why don't we just move to a fucking farm in the middle of the UK, grow our own fucking shit,
right?
Raise our own fucking chickens so they don't put fucking antidepressants, which they do. I have a friend who owns a turkey farm that they give the, is it Tyson? Big company, turkeys, fucking chicken. They pump antidepressants and steroids, and all those turkeys are fucking clones of each other. That's why we're fucking depressed. They add all this shit.
And I don't even want to get involved into the dairy world and what they're putting into the fucking cows. These cows look like the fucking Rock on crack. It's not even a joke. They're pumping so much hormones and so much steroids. If you're drinking milk and you're depressed, The reason you're depressed is because of milk.
That shit makes girls grow boobs hella quick too. Like,
have you noticed like
fat.
how fucking 10-year-olds have tits now?
Yeah.
10-year-olds have tits. And I've also, my mom and I have talked about this. We've actually also noticed another thing. Not only are they developing boobs, but their feet are fucking huge. The average shoe size of a woman almost 10 or 20 years ago was a 6.
And yeah, remember like those tiny little
The
shoes?
average shoe size of a woman now is a 9. A 9.
Are you fucking kidding
me? A 9.
me?
The average shoe size. Their feet have gotten huge. Women's shoe size, it's growing. And obviously people are gaining weight, where all the plus size department is blowing up. It's getting really scary. And here's what I want to say for our final statement before we end this podcast. This isn't even to scare you. We're not trying to scare you.
I'm scared.
I'm scared too.
I'm fucking scared.
But we're not trying to scare you. You need to look into this shit. Look into it. Don't be, what is the word? Ignorant. Don't be ignorant. And ignorance doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means you don't know. Don't be that person who doesn't look into it and wonders why the fuck you're in the hospital. Look into the ingredients of the things you're putting into your body. Everything.
Read everything.
It takes a few more seconds and can save years and years of your life.
Damn, I'm about to, like, since I just grocery shopped right now, I'm about to look at the shit that I just bought.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
yeah. It
does say organic, but how organic is it?
Never, dude.
Even if it says organic.
If it says organic, or I also saw a documentary about packaging. If the packaging looks green, looks healthy, they use these colors on purpose to make it seem like it's healthy. Has the same shit. All these kombucha drinks, full of sugar, full of chemicals. Read. There is nothing more natural than fucking water and vegetables. That's it.
If you live in the U.S., yeah, it's going to take a lot more time trying to make sure you're not eating or consuming the wrong shit.
Yeah.
But it'll be so much worth it because, yeah, it's like, all right, fuck, you can't just drop everything and move to Europe. You mean you have your family or your life, your career? I mean, you could, but if you're staying here, it's going to take extra time making sure everything's clean. But for you, your families, your children, it's going to be worth it. You're going to be happier, healthier, mentally more focused. Mm-hmm. It's going to be...
Even, girl, when I was in Europe, me and my friend Chloe, we went to their grocery store every day and we got produce. By the way, there was only one aisle in the entire grocery store that was unhealthy food. The rest of the aisles were all natural foods.
Really?
Everything. It's quite the opposite.
Wow.
It's quite the opposite here. And we ate healthy, avocado toast. We ate tons of really good shit. Really good shit the entire trip. I felt so alive when I was there.
Like lots of energy.
I feel brain fog all the time here. It's crazy.
Like, why can't we fucking focus? I have such a hard time focusing and or even just feeling that energy because, like, I don't know. Like,
it feels almost dead.
Yeah.
It feels very dead, and we don't need to feel that way. And so, I'm more considering moving to.
Dude, fuck it. Honestly,
fuck
this podcast
America.
is just us deciding we're gonna fucking move out of America or the U.S.
Yeah.
Because there's other places like in South America and Central.
South America is also way safer with their foods too.
Costa Rica is a blue zone, which means blue zones are places where people live longer because the food and the air is clean.
And on that note, I know. We need to end this, but we love you.
We love you.
Be fucking safe.
Read that shit.
Woman Crush Wednesdays. I want to give mine first today.
Yes, do it.
I want to give mine to Kaylani, first of all. Kaylani is out here promoting.
Dude, she's been an advocate.
She has been a fucking advocate to be a woman in the music industry who has a lot of young girls following her, to be an advocate against the vaping world and also against the bad foods. She has an app she invented or CEO of. It's called the Flora Living app. And what they do all day is they promote healthy living. And she has a whole team that works on it that she hired.
The Flora app.
Flora Living app.
Dude,
it's
on her download
on her bio. You'll see that she says CEO of the Flora Living app. go to her Instagram.
Oh my God.
Really quick?
Yeah, and we'll show these guys too, because literally that just sounds amazing. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, the Flora
Living app.
God, can you see that?
There you go. And
Damn.
so that is an app here. What does it say? Build better habits, get rewarded. Down the floor. So basically, it's super inspiring stuff, but it also is teaching you how to live cleaner and live a healthier life. You
That's
actually
cool.
get connected with people in your area who are also living the same lifestyle.
Wow.
So you can build actual mentally and emotionally, spiritually, physical, healthy relationships as well. So it's really, really amazing. Get the app. Kaylani, thank you for being an advocate, because so many people, at least like celebrities and stuff, they don't really talk about this. And she does. And she's an advocate for being healthy and being clean and being good to you. And people like that, we need more people like that. And I think that's what me and Jesaiah are also trying to be, is someone who can like say, you know what, this shit's not good for you. Read everything, be involved, and get smart about this stuff. So
Yeah,
we love
man.
you, Kaylani.
Love you. God, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Fuck. Kalani's been awesome. Like,
Why doesn't she just be both of our Woman Crush Wednesdays?
I
Unless
love
you have
her.
someone else.
Well, because she even promoted, like, I mean, she's always been so, I mean, she changed her life. I mean, she is so strong in so many different ways. And I'm trying to think if I have another Woman Crush Wednesday. Nah, fuck it. Kalani's a
Kaylani,
goddess.
you're our girl.
That's the answer, guys. We love you so, so much.
Don't forget to read everything. And while you're at it, follow us on our IG.
You can find me at Jesaiah and
at Laci Mercede, and together we're at Not So Hollywood Podcast. So we'll see you next week. We're going to have an episode very soon about the details of nutrition with a nutritionist. So please send us your questions.
Yeah.
We're going to ask our nutritionist all these questions so we can help you. If you're dealing with a disease or literally anything, ask us and we will answer your questions.
Yep. Bye, guys.
See ya.